Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Solo Filmmaker. Today we're still talking audio. Last video we talked about the Zoom F2. Now we're going to talk about this baby, the Zoom F3. What you see here is a compact 32-bit float recorder, and this thing is an absolute beast. You'll see on the back there are metal bars where you can fasten this to pretty much anything. It runs off micro SD over on the side. Power on off the record, it's just a slider, and then you can push it to hold so nothing happens, no inadvertent button pushing. There's a line out as well as a headphone jack where you can listen and play back what you are recording. There are two XLR ports at the top, and it runs off two AA batteries. Now, what's most amazing about this, besides you can put it anywhere, is, of course, again, I'll show you the size. You're listening to this right now. I'm using the Rode NTG1, and you see how it's monitoring. You can adjust gain, but there's no real reason to adjust gain. Again, this is 32-bit float, so if somebody starts screaming and you're not expecting it, or even whispers, you can bring way up without the noise. It's all about mic placement with devices like this, where if the mic is super far away from the talent, it's still going to sound terrible. It doesn't fix bad audio, but if you get good, clean audio with good mics, then this will get you what you need. Also, this does not break the bank. This is relatively reasonable, and if you look around on eBay or Amazon used, you can find these things for around $200. And then same goes for the Zoom F2 lavalier recorder. If you look around, you can really find some deals on those at the time I'm recording this. Years down the road, they'll be even cheaper, they'll be better devices, but for the solo filmmaker who just needs to get good audio, needs to not worry about setting gain, adjusting, and wants to just make this thing as user-friendly as possible. I mean, again, look at this. I mean, it is just in my hand. Size matters in these aspects, especially when you're a solo filmmaker. So that will bring me into, what do I use this for? How do I use it? Where do I place it? Well, first, V-mount. I will put Velcro on the back side of this, and I will sometimes just plop it right on top of my V-mount battery on my shoulder rig. This allows me to just shotgun mic, and I just wrap the XLR cable, not like you see there, but I'll wrap the cable around, make everything nice and tight, and then it's all in one unit. So it's all on my shoulder. I used to run it from a fanny pack. Super happy I don't have to do that anymore with this device. Also, another way I'll rig it is I have a microphone stand with wheels, and this will allow me to strap the Zoom F3 to it, usually using the same Velcro straps, and then I'll just wrap the XLR cable to the boom mic, and we are ready to go. As long as I'm not anywhere like gravel, if there's a floor where I'm able to roll, I can have the camera on one arm, and instead of moving sandbags and picking up C-stands, now I've just made it so much easier for me just to roll the boom to the next position. A lot of times with booms, you're probably wondering, how do you boom when you've got actors? Well, typically I do this when they're sitting down talking, or, I know if they're walking into a shot, I know, we'll place their mark on the floor, and then I'll have the boom already set up where they land, and then voila, we're ready to go. So it's really convenient, a lot easier, and if I need to make an adjustment, like I said, I just roll it and move it. That is kind of where I'm going to wrap this up, is the solo filmmaker or the small crews, you want to make it as foolproof as possible. So you can bring in friends and family to help you make your movie. And this just takes away some of the error that could happen if your gain, is too high, something peaks, and then your audio is no good. You get into editing and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I ruined that whole shot because I didn't have the gain set, and my friend or whatever, my buddy was holding the boom and didn't know what to do. This just eliminates all that. You set it up and you go. You let them record. You try to explain to them where to place the mic. Placement still matters. These devices with 32-bit flow don't fix bad audio, so if you don't have the mic close to your talent or in a lavalier like the Zoom F2 we talked about in the last video, if it's not placed right and you're not capturing good, clean audio, this 32-bit float is not going to fix it. But if you can just get it in a good spot, then you can get good enough audio to make your film. And that's what this is all about. Finding inexpensive ways to make your vision come true. And at the end of the day, it's going to come down to really audio, and then camera is a different subject we'll talk about. But for me, if I hear bad audio, I'm automatically out. It's hard for me to forgive poor audio, especially when there are devices like this now that, you know, make such a difference and make it so easy. These XLR cables are so cheap on Amazon. You know, obviously you want to be careful with cheap, but I'm using the Rode NTG1, as I said, and this allows me, you know, to not break the bank and have to buy a $600 microphone. Now, again, am I getting the same quality from a lower end microphone or one of the originals? No, but at this level, we're just trying to get good, clean, and again, I say competent audio. And I think this thing is a game changer. I mean, this is just awesome, compact, can put it anywhere, almost foolproof, and you just make sure the connections are great, microphone's placed, and you're ready to go. All right, guys, that's my video, and I will see you on the next one.